Hey everyone, this is Leo Lauretti from Abstract Music Lab, and today I'm back here in the sound design channel. Today I'm creating a lead called Fencer, and it sounds like this if you want to listen to the MIDI as well, and also in solo. Really cool sound, especially for melodic techno, and if you want to listen to it in context, you'll get an idea how you can use it. Has a little bit of sidechain. Really cool sound that you can find at Circulate Volume 4 that is available at PML's website. But now let's get started with this tutorial and let's get started with this preset. We're going to start by initializing the sound and deactivating the shaper box, and it sounds like this. Pretty boring, but now let's get started with this tutorial. We're going to go over here in the main. We're going to select a mono sound. And we're going to select 4 voices instead of 8. And the transpose is going to go an octave up. And now we can get started with everything. We're going to select a triple VCO. And we're going to get started with oscillator 1. We're going to deactivate oscillator 2 and oscillator 3 just so we can listen to oscillator 1 at its fullest. So now oscillator 1, we're going to pick the range and leave it as it is. We're going to leave the sync of the first one on so it syncs with the first one. And we're going to also pick the waveform and put it a bit afterward. And we're also going to pick the waveform and put it a bit down. More of like a triangle feeling. And now the volume is going to go a little bit down. Now, oscillator 2, we're going to go and pick this volume, put it all the way up. But the range is going to go to 4 over here. And the waveform is going to go somewhere like this. Nothing is going to be done in the detune. It's going to remain as it is. Now we're only going to pick a bit of feedback. And a little bit of noise. We barely listen to anything because this is being kind of held by the cutoff. But lastly, what we're also going to do is pick this FM and put it a bit up. And you can see how this changes the sound without it. And with it. It creates a kind of more digital sound. And now let's keep on going. We're going to activate over here number 1 and number 2. We're going to select envelope 2 as the modulator source. And now we're going to put this a little bit up. This essentially means that the envelope 2 is going to modulate the shape of the sound. So it's going to create a little bit of an effect in the sound. Now we're going to go into envelope 2 just to modulate what this is going to be like. And essentially sustain and attack all the way down. So this is pretty much a pluck. And we're going to pick this decay a little bit down. And also the release a little bit up. Nothing is going to be done in the velocity and the keyboard. And then now essentially this envelope 2 is modulating the shape mod and essentially the shapes of the wavetables. And that's pretty much it. Now we're going to go into the filter. And in the filter, we're going to select a ladder, pretty much as it is. We're going to keep this a little bit lower. But we're going to select a 12 dB filter. And you can already hear a little bit more of the noise, right? Now, envelope 2, we're going to pick this and put it a lot up. Opening the cutoff a lot and not going to do anything with LFO 2. Now, keyboard, not going to be done anything. Emphasis, not going to be done anything. Essentially, the keyboard tracking and the resonance of the sound. And the FM a little bit up. The way that I like to describe the FM is it gives a little bit more edge in the sound than the filter. Now, main section, we're going to go and choose vibrato a lot up. But you can't hear anything, right? So what happens over here is that this depth mod is at 100%, meaning that the mod wheel is controlling everything. If we put this all the way down, that's what essentially you can hear a little bit more of the vibrato. But we forgot about envelope 1. Envelope 1, we're going to have to go, and again, analog, we're going to pick the decay and put it a bit down as well. Sustain almost all the way down. Release a little bit up. and velocity a little bit up as well. What does the velocity do? Essentially, the harder that you press in the keyboard, the more of this amp you're gonna listen to. Now, going back to the LFO1, can you hear a little bit of the vibrato happening? And that's happened because of the depth mod all the way down. But now we're gonna delay this vibrato from happening. So it's gonna wait a little bit until it starts delaying. So it's gonna wait a little bit until the vibrato starts. And now we're gonna go into the rate and put it a little bit up. Essentially, this is going to speed up whatever the rate that we select over here. Now we're going to use a triangle waveform. Restart is going to be as gate, essentially whenever we press a note. And the sync is going to be at 1 second. Now, modifications and trimmers are going to remain as it is. And essentially, we're going to create a lot of the sound within the effects. We're going to start by choosing a delay, not a plate. Now the center volume is going to go a lot up. And the side a lot up as well. You can see how the sound becomes a little bit bigger, but we don't want as much of the sound, so we're going to filter this with a low pass. Actually a high pass over here, and now the low pass. So you can see how the delays don't have as much high end and as much low end as the original sound. Timing is going to remain as it is. Wow is going to go a little bit higher. This makes the delay a little bit more digital and feedback a little bit higher. Pretty much that's it. And now we're going to go with the played reverb. Dry all the way up. Wet a bit down. We're going to select a little bit of pre-delay. Essentially, we're going to wait a little bit until the reverb starts playing. So the sound plays, wait the pre-delay, and then the reverb starts happening. Now, diffusion. Dampening, we're going to go a little bit up. Can you see when we higher the dampening, essentially the reverb becomes a little bit more muffled? And that's pretty much what the dampening does. Decay a bit up. And the size a bit down. Now, if you want to listen to the sound and how it sounds like. Now, if you want to listen to it in context with the shaper box. If you want to make the attack a little bit higher, you can go here and make this a little bit higher as well. And even automate the cutoff a little bit. And that's pretty much it. I hope that you liked this tutorial, and if you liked it, you can grab the preset at Circulate Sounds Volume 4, available at PML's website. This is Leo Lauretti from Abstract Music Lab, signing off. Cheers.
Hi, this video is sponsored by us. If you like these tutorials and want to support the channel, please check out our website packed with online courses and professional sample packs. Also check our ready-to-use and club-tested Serum presets. You can browse by the genre and style you're looking for, or get the incredible deal with the full Serum preset bundle. Thank you for listening, and now let's get back to your tutorial.